Hello everyone, I'm Janvi. As you see on the screen, our today's topic is functional dependencies and normal forms. Topics to be covered in this presentation includes introduction, primary key and its significance, functional dependencies, first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, and a small conclusion. Introduction. Database design serves as a bedrock for effective data management, providing the blueprint for organizing information systematically. At the heart of the design process lie fundamentally concepts such as functional dependencies, primary keys, and normalization techniques. The primary key acts as a linchpin, uniquely identifying each record within a relational database, establishing a foundation for relational dependencies. In this discussion, we'll delve into the critical role of functional dependencies in determining the relationship between the attributes, exploring the significance of primary keys as unique identifiers, and unravel the principles of normalization with a focus on second normal forms and third normal form. By understanding these concepts, database designers can craft robust and efficient structures that enhance data integrity and streamline information retrieval process. Primary key and its significance. We all know that primary keys are the unique identifiers which uniquely represent a record. So primary key is a unique identifier for each record in a database table, ensuring that each row can be uniquely identified. It plays a pivotal role in maintaining the integrity of database by preventing the presence of duplicate records. The primary key can consist of one or more columns in a table and is typically chosen based on the attributes that are naturally unique and relevant to the data being stored. For an instance, let us take an example of employee records where the primary key is the employee ID. This guarantees that no two employees have the same employee ID, which facilitates quick and unambiguous identification for individual records. In the context of functional dependencies, the primary key is closely tied to the concept of determinants. A determinant is a set of attributes that uniquely determines other attributes in a given relation. In the case of primary key, it acts as an determinant for all other attributes in the table. So where it could reference some data, the presence of a well-defined primary key is prerequisite for achieving the goals of normalization. Especially in second normal form and third normal form, it ensures that each non-prime attributes that are not part of primary key is fully functional dependent on either primary on the entire primary key. This is essential for minimizing redundancy and preventing anomalies in the database. Functional dependencies. Functional dependencies are fundamental concepts in a database design. They describe the relation between attributes in a relational database. A functional dependency occurs when the value of one attribute determines the value of the other attribute. In other words, if the attribute A determines the attribute B, then for every possible value of A, there is only one corresponding value of B. Example, let's consider a simple example. Suppose we have the database table called employees with the following attributes like employee ID, first name, last name, and department. We can say that the employee ID determines the first name and the last name and the department of the particular individual. This can be represented as an employee, first name, last name, and departments. So the importance of functional dependencies. Understanding functional dependencies is crucial for database design and normalization. By identifying and analyzing functional dependencies, we can eliminate redundancy and improve the efficiency and integrity of the database. Functional dependencies also play a key role in determining the normal form of a database. So the functional dependencies remove the redundant data in the table or a record. So first normal form, which is represented as 1NF. Definition. First normal form is a database normalization technique that ensures the elimination of duplicate data and organization of the data into separate tables. It sets the foundation for well-structured and efficient database. Requirements. To achieve first normal form, a database must meet the following requirements. Each column in the table must contain atomic values, that is indivisible values, meaning that they cannot be further divided. Each column in a table must have a unique name. Each row in the table must be unique, meaning that there should be no duplicate rows. The order of the rows and columns in the table should not matter. So the benefits of first normal form: it eliminates the data redundancy and inconsistency, which improves the data integrity, enhances data retrieval and storage efficiency, simplifies the data maintenance and updates, provides a solid foundation for higher normal forms and database optimization. So it provides as a fundamental or the foundation for the other normal forms. So the second normalization technique is second normal form, which is represented as 2NF. Definition: second normal form is a database design principle that helps to eliminate partial dependencies in a relational database. It builds upon the first normal form by ensuring that the non-key attributes are dependent on the entire primary key rather than just a part of it. In 2NF, every non-key attributes must be functionally dependent on the entire primary key. This means that if a table has a composite primary key, each non-key attributes should be dependent on the entire combination of primary key attributes rather than one attribute. So the benefits of second normal form: eliminates partial dependencies which can lead to data redundancy and update anomalies, improves the data integrity by ensuring that each attribute in the dependent on entire primary key. So the third normalization technique is third normal form, that is 3NF. So the definition includes: third normal form is a database normalization technique that eliminates transitive dependencies by ensuring that every non-key attribute is functionally dependent on the primary key. It builds upon the concepts of first normal form and second normal form. So the transitive dependencies are the ones where the non-key attributes is functionally dependent on the another non-key attributes rather than directly being dependent on the primary key. This can lead to data redundancy and anomalies when updating and deleting the records. How to eliminate transitive dependencies is a question. So to eliminate the transitive dependencies in the record, we must follow the following steps. That is to identify the functional dependencies in the database, removing any partial dependencies by splitting the table into multiple tables, removing any transitive dependencies by creating separate table for the dependent attributes. So we would conclude our presentation by small understanding on the normalization techniques, functional dependencies, and the types of normalization techniques. In conclusion, understanding functional dependencies and their roles in normal forms is fundamental to design well-structured database that minimize redundancy and maintain data integrity. The normalization process involving second normal form and third normal form ensures that the relations are free from undesirable anomalies and dependencies. By adhering to these principles, data designers can create efficient and normalized structures that facilitate effective data management and retrieval. The careful consideration of primary key and elimination of partial and transitive dependencies contribute to the creation of robust and scalable and maintainable database schemas. The essence of application of functional dependencies and normalization principle is crucial aspect of the database designer that enhance data quality, consistency, and overall system performance. So we could conclude that the normalization techniques can contribute to the data quality, consistency, and overall system performance. Thank you. I hope this presentation was informative.